Hey everybody, it's Lee with the Turquoise Valentine, and tonight we are going to use the canvases that we took off of the frames the other night when I made these lanterns. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to recycle these crafts. Recycle these canvases that I used the other night because I don't want to throw them away. I want to do something with them. If you're here and you're watching replay and the little live button's not up in the corner up there, then you're watching replay. Just do hashtag replay so I know you're here. Hey Luann. Hey Claudia. Hey Melanie. So we are going to use these. Hey Judy. Hey Brandy. I'm so glad y'all can come on, and I was trying to think of something to do today. Hey Loretta and Patricia, and I said I need to use these because we just did that craft. Hey Sherry and Lori, we just did these. Let me just grab one in case somebody didn't see them. Hey Jane and Dorothy, yay, all my friends are here. These little, my chair does not want to roll. Hey Becky and Amy. The little frames that we used, the canvases, these were canvases. Now they're this. So, hey Liz. So I want to, Teresa, I did too. This is like my favorite. Yay Susan and Brenda. Yeah, I went live last night because it was a holiday. I'm sure everybody was eating and popping fireworks, whatever they were doing. And so I said, well, I'll just move it to Tuesday night because everybody was doing family stuff, I'm sure. Hey, Dina and Patty. Yay. Hey, Judy. Okay, so if y'all saw me do this, I did this, what, Thursday? I think it was, no, we did it Friday night because I didn't go live Thursday night. I went Friday night and we did these with canvas frames. So if you missed it, you'll have to go back and watch it. And I tore off all of the little, the canvases off the frames. So I was thinking of what I was going to do tonight. Hey Pat, hey Susan and Delina. And I said, well, I need to use these. We need to use them because, I mean, I've used 4 and 4. So I used 8 canvases. So I need to do something with these because, so it will, we don't want to throw them away. You're going to make some? Thank you, Retta. It's from Beware Sportswear. Oh, good. You found the rug stuff. I got a little bit left over here somewhere. I should have bought 2 packs. I just bought 1 because I can always get it. Yes. Okay. So I hope y'all like what I'm going to do with it. But I will tell you this, that it is Christmas. Y'all don't come at me. But I'm only going to do a few Christmas in July crafts, and this is going to be one of them. So, but it's not going to be, I'm not breaking out the glitter and the Santa Claus hats and, you know, I'm not doing all that. So it's not going to be too, you know, busting open all the Christmas all at once. Hey Felicia, because I know some people it just got warm for some people, and then it's like, now you want to do Christmas? No, they want to start their spring and their summer. Hey Darlene and Dixie. So anyway, but people do like to get ahead, and since we just used these and did these, it was like, I just kind of talked myself into it because I really hadn't even planned on doing Christmas. But to be truthfully honest, I'm being real with y'all, I have these humongous bins that are sitting just right over here on the floor at the end of my work table, and they're stacked up, and they have Christmas in them because I never have gotten the boys to put them in the attic. So it's real easy for me just to get to the Christmas, but this is not going to use anything from those bins. So we're not getting all like, you know, ho, ho, ho. We're not doing any of that. Yeah, I kind of cleaned it off a little bit. I got all the 4th of July stuff down, and I said, well, I'll just put the lanterns in the church up there. Kimberly, and some people are going to be like, oh, Christmas already, it's just summer, and then some people are like, oh, yes, Christmas, but if you make stuff ahead of time or to sell or whatever you want to do, then you have to start getting prepared. Shirley, y'all are sweet. Okay, so we're going to use these, And you are going to use these. And I have a template printable for y'all tonight that I'll put in the group. All right, so I tried this technique before and I didn't do it right because I was in a hurry, and I got it to work today. And some of y'all have probably done it. Some of you may not have, okay? This is just regular tissue paper from Dollar Tree, okay? And I took a piece of copy paper and I put it on my copy paper, my tissue paper on my copy paper, okay? Now, what I didn't do to when I did this before was you get some Scotch tape. You got to figure out too which way your printer loads. Does it, you know, which side it's going to print on. So like I put a mark on a piece of paper, printed something, and to see which way I need to put my paper in, whether I need to put the tissue paper up or down for it to print. Oh, Rexanne, there you are. You lost me for a while. So the key to this is that you want to put, I got my Scotch tape on my tissue paper and my paper. You want to put it all the way across the top of each end. I didn't even worry about my sides. I just put it across each end of my paper. Mine prints, I had to put it in there facing down, so it printed and it prints like this. And then you're going to have, there's some cute ones too. This, okay, so here's see the tape? Y'all can see the shiny tape? So that's the key to doing this, is making sure that your tape is all the way across. So, because last time I did it, I just did a couple of spots and tissue paper got caught on one of the little rollers in there and it just balled it all up, so it didn't work for me. I was in a hurry and I just was impatient and I should have done it right and I didn't, so I got it to work today. A lot of people have done this, I know, but see, this is what it looks like. So now we don't need the paper anymore. We're gonna use these. See, Walmart hadn't got their fall stuff out at mine. They're putting, I was in there today, and they're putting out school supplies. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Katie. Hey, Nori and Lynn. All right, so let me just take my tissue paper. Well, let me just do this. So I'm gonna cut my tissue paper right underneath where I taped it. So I will put this little printable, I will put it in the group when I get done. Let's see if I can do this one this way. Nope. Because I'm going to cut the whole thing. Hold on. I'm going to tear the whole thing if I try to tear it off. Amy, if you will text the word join on your phone, text join to that number, it will put you in my texting app. And so when I go live, you'll get a text from me. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna throw that away. Well, I could save it, but it's got tape on it. Okay, so now we just have this. So there's fa la 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 la, and there's a snowflake, and this vintage looking Christmas tree, and there's a Santa and a sleigh. And then I love this postmark that says the North Pole, December 25th. I think it's really cool. So, and then this one has vintage Santas, and then this one says joy to the world. Look how cute this is. So I kind of got happy, so you have 2 pages on this one for these 2 pages of templates, so y'all can just have a ball. And you can print out on regular paper if you want to and not do what I'm going to do, but we are going to do like a kind of a technique sort of with this. And I practiced today, and y'all, I practiced with one and got it like I wanted it. And I don't know what I did with it. I have searched this room over. I don't know if I laid it down. I have no idea. It got sucked into the black hole in here, and it's gone forever. I don't know. I've looked in the garbage. I've looked everywhere. Pat, do it on your phone, like the phone, your messaging app on your phone, like you're going to text somebody on the phone, and put join there. Yeah, they were putting out school supplies today, and I was like, oh, my boys don't need to see that. They'll have a fit. Okay, so let's see which one I want to do, because y'all know I don't do all of them. Okay, so I'm going to use, I don't know what size this was, and somebody on the on the post I made, asked what size they were. These are probably the 5x7s. They're from what I needed the other day. Shirley needs a snowman. Oh, I didn't even think about a snowman. I might have to add a snowman. Okay, so let's see which one I'm gonna do. I wanna do the Christmas tree. Do this. But like I said, I'm not gonna be like busting out all the glitter and all this kind of stuff. Barb, I printed it in my printer. I taped it to a piece of paper. But the trick is you need to tape all the way across the top and all the way across the bottom so the paper doesn't get caught in your printer. And then you just take it off the copy paper, and here it is on my tissue paper. Okay, so now this is another thing, is you got to cut out, they're spaced apart. So you're going to have to like half this space. So this one will have some and that one will have some. August 2nd. Wow. I think ours is like right around that time. It just seems like it's so quick. All right, so I'm just gonna cut this tree out, and you can print this out as many times as you want. So don't feel like, oh gosh, you know, I can't print it but once. I printed it like 5 times because I was trying to get all of them a good size, because I didn't want them to be, I can't cut it. I didn't want them to be too big, and then I didn't want them to be too small. So Donna, I'm gonna put them in the group, the Turquoise Valentine's Crafters Reveal group, my little free community that's with my page. Yeah, Irene, I'll find it tomorrow. Happy birthday, by the way, Irene. I saw here's your birthday. Okay, so there's my little tree. And it's not totally on here perfect, but it's okay, because I'll fix it. I'm gonna cut just a little bit off. I just kind of eyeball it. I'm not even measuring. Okay, so I just practiced my technique that I did, so that's all I've done. That's as far as I've gotten. Okay, I'm actually gonna take a little more off. Hey, Irene, good to see you too. I just talked to her, I guess. That's the canvas. Yes, this is what we tore off of the canvases from the other night. So I'm using those instead of throwing them away, because I had 8 of the things. It's like, I need to use those. And I don't know what I did with the bigger ones. I don't know if, y'all, I'm telling you, it's a hot mess up in here. Do the church. I did the church a couple weeks ago. If you'll just go to my main page and just scroll down, and you'll end up seeing it. Okay, hey Mandy with Western Grace Home Decor. There's my friend. So there's my tree on my tissue paper, and so if I cut it just right, I can get 2 of these on this 5x7, I think it was, canvas, and I'm gonna put it on the off-white side, not the side that you paint. You can do either one you want to do. Okay, I'm gonna put it on this like side that looks like linen. I mean, it's canvas, but you know, it's the linen color. So that's what I'm gonna do. So here's what we're gonna do. It's real scientific. Y'all know how I am about scientific. You're gonna get your Mod Podge, okay? And we're going to put it on our little canvas. And I'm gonna be generous with it. Doesn't matter because it's gonna dry. So you don't want it just soaking wet, but enough that's gonna stick to it. So I'm gonna get this good and saturated, and then I'm going to take my little tree face up, okay, and I'm going to put it on my Mod Podge right there, and then I'm just going to smooth it out. And if it gets all wrinkly, that's even better, because I'm going to make these look vintage. We're going to make them look old and vintage. I have a tree that I put up last year that's neutral colors. And then I have a tree that's red and green. So you can do this in colors, and I probably am gonna do a colored one or add a little color to it, to one of them, to show you how you could do that instead of doing neutrals. So you could do whatever you wanna do. Okay, so now I've got Mod Podge underneath it, and now I'm just putting Mod Podge back on top. So I Mod Podged over it. Y'all can't really see, but the tissue paper almost disappears. Hey Susan, hey Joan. the Mod Podge kind of disappears into the canvas, but you can still see it on my end. I can still see it. Oh, Colin must be on. Hey, Colin. Okay, that's my son. Whoop. And I just tore a piece of my tissue paper at the corner with my paintbrush, but it's okay. Because like I said, I want it to look kind of old and vintage. So while this one's drying, I'm going to go ahead and cut out another one, and we can do two at once. So let's do... I'm going to do this little holly sprig, or whatever we're going to call it. These brushes, I got them at Five Below. Those were my favorite brushes, and now I can't find them anymore, and I'm sad about it. Because I love those brushes. Alright, so I'm going to cut out. And like I said, you kind of have to split the difference between the one above it so you won't, you know, cut it off. Or you could print out another page, because I tried to space them out. Okay, so there's my little sprig. Let me get a little bit closer. And you could, if you wanted to make it even look more rustic, you could tear it around the edge and make it look even more rustic, but I should have thought of that before I started cutting, but it's okay. So there's my little sprig. And the canvas kind of wants to roll up, because you know how stuff does when you get it wet. We're just gonna set that there. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna put my Mod Podge on. That's probably not enough. Louise, I've heard people say they do and they don't. This is a laser jet printer that I have. But I've heard you could spray hairspray on it and it won't. But y'all be sure and let me know if it does. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna put this down, right side up. So I'm gonna add a little color to this once it dries, so I'm not gonna put my Mod Podge on top just yet. Are y'all talking about the church? Yeah, that's all Dollar Tree stuff, every bit of that, except for the paint. That's one of my favorites. Okay, so I've got my little thing down. Terry, I created the images on a program that I use. And I will put this template in the group, the Turquoise Valentine's Crafters Reveal group. I'll put the template in there for you to be able to download it and print it out as much as you want. On the front or the back of the... I'm putting it on the back of the canvas. You can do either. I'm doing it on the side that looks like the wrong side of the canvas, not the white. So I'm doing it on the back side. So I'm just kind of drying it. And your tissue paper kind of disappears a little bit into the canvas, but you can still see it. Oh, triple thick would be good. Yes, Nancy, napkins will look like you just painted it on. This kind of does a little bit, but not totally. But we're gonna do something to cover that up. Okay, so see, this one's got the Mod Podge on top and the bottom, and you really can't even see the tissue paper as much. This one doesn't have it on top yet, and you can see the tissue paper. But we're gonna add just a little bit of like color. I say just a little bit to this, okay? Because I want to make my little berries red. I printed on tissue paper, Marilyn. I sure did. I taped it to my copy paper and I printed it on tissue paper. All right. So I'm just getting a little paintbrush, and I'm actually going to add just a little bit, a couple of drops of water. I put my little water in here. It's just easy. Okay. So I'm adding a little bit of water to my paint, almost like I'm making a watercolor almost. So I've got just a little bit on here, and I'm going to go in here and just kind of touch my little berries and make them kind of red. And I'm not trying to be perfect. You know, if I paint outside the lines, it's fine. Hang on, let me get my... All right, so there's my red. So just a little bit. And then I'm gonna dry this off. And that was cherry red. You can use whatever red you want. Okay, so Colleen says yes, you should spray it with hairspray first, and it shouldn't do it. I knew there was a trick to it because I think y'all had told me that before, or either Stacy with Wilshires, I think she told me. This is just fresh fern. It's just a green. I didn't really want Christmas green, but I wanted a little bit of green. All right, so I'm my water just went right on the plate. Just a little bit of water with my green. I know y'all can't see what I'm doing over here. Just a little bit. I mean, I could have got my watercolors out is what I probably should have done. Okay, so I'm just kind of gonna go in where my little tree is, my little branches, and I'm just gonna kind of paint it green. And it's just, I just want it to kind of look a little abstract, like it's, you know, kind of messy. Okay. So this is what I've got. Almost like it's just watercolored, see? Can y'all see that? Okay. So I'm gonna let that dry. Just a little touch of color. Oh, if you went to Family Dollar and found something. So let me dry that really quick. All right, so that's dry. So now I'm gonna put my Mod Podge on top and hope that it doesn't run. But we're fixing to find out. Happy birthday, Judy. Okay, so now I'm just gonna Mod Podge over just to kind of seal. And you really don't even have to Mod Podge over it if you don't want to. All right, so let's let that dry. So that's what I got so far. And then there's the Christmas tree one. You could paint the tree if you wanted to. You just little colors, or just do red and green, and because it's got like little ornaments and stuff, you could just do red and green, and you know, a little abstract watercolor would be good for this. And I don't even know why I didn't get that out. Got this. Hey, Teresa. All right. So now we're gonna get to the thick of it. We're gonna make our. I think I'm gonna set this. No, I'm gonna cut them out. Whoop. I'm gonna grab a hold of my scissors. All right, so I'm gonna just cut as straight as I can get it, right up next to where my tissue paper is. Just cut it straight. And same thing on this side. It's amazing that that is actually straight, but okay. So I'm gonna leave this at the top for now. And then I'm gonna do this to this side. Y'all gonna be just amazed how easy this is. Hey, Diane. Clear acrylic spray works good. Oh, B, that's nice to know that too. I don't use a lot of that because I do stuff live, so I can't do it live. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So see, you can't really even see the tissue paper. I mean, I can when I look at it here, but we're gonna cover that up. All right, so there's my tree. All right, so I'm gonna leave this one alone. And the tree, we're gonna wax it. We're gonna wax it on, wax off. Because I want it to, and you'll see that what it's gonna do to this paper. Okay, so that's before. You could leave it like this. It's totally fine if you do. But if you want to go the next step up, I'm just taking a baby wipe, and this is going to show all of those little wrinkles in the paper, all the little imperfections in the paper, where the crease went down the center, where it was folded in the pack. All right, so I got the wax on, so I'm taking the other side of my baby wipe, and I'm kind of taking some back off. And you can leave on or take off as much as you want to. I think I'm gonna come back and put some back. I got too much off over here. So I'm just kind of blotting around the sides. So if you like that kind of vintage rustic look, there you go. How cool does this look? But see, it shows all the little, see the crease that goes all the way down? That's where the paper was folded in the pack. It just looks like it's old, okay? And y'all saw what I did. Nothing. Mod Podge and tissue paper. And it's so easy. But we're not done. We're gonna fix it all up. Thank y'all for all being here. Ordinance is good. A bunch of people. I don't even hardly try to look up there at that number, and I'm like, oh, no. Thank y'all for being here, though. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna use, y'all probably know where I'm going with these, are these. I don't know why I closed that up and threw away my towel because I'm about to use it again. Okay, so I'm gonna wax my little sticks like we did the other night when we did our lanterns. So you could use your lanterns, make lanterns for Christmas, and then you could turn around and use the canvas part for ornaments. And you get 2 crafts out of the canvas frames. You got 2 crafts out of that. So, and the tissue paper is a Dollar Tree, and there is 2 sides to it. I found that out today. There's a shiny side and there's a flat side. I tried it on both sides. It doesn't make a difference. It didn't make a difference to me that I could tell. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my other one. These are just I call these the tongue depressor size. You know, the tongue depressor. That's what size I call those. Not the popsicle size, ooh, but the tongue depressor size. So I'm just waxing that one is not straight. Yeah, Waverly calls it wax. I mean, that's just what is on the bottle, but I was surprised the first time I ever used it. I was like, this is not wax. Because I've used like the furniture wax and the Annie Sloan wax and all that, and I was like, this is not wax. Hey, Holly. All right, let's see. So I don't know if I'm gonna need 4, but because I'm gonna do some more ornaments, but I want to do them some with some color, which that's got a little color, but okay. Not as bad as I was the other night, but if I don't put the lid on it, it's gonna go all across the table. Hey, Mary, thank you. Okay. Let me get all this off, and colored down paint will do the same thing. If you don't have wax, just use your brown paint and some water and stain your sticks that way, and that'll be fine. You get them they're probably dry, but I don't want to get it on anything else. Yes, the lanterns were cool. You'll have to go back and watch the lanterns one. I only did one in the video because it took a while, so I went off live and did the second one. Okay, so my heat gun, yes, it's on. My hot glue gun. Okay, so now we have these. So I'm gonna measure. Hold on, let me get my nipper thingies. How did I keep it from getting stuck in the printer? I taped all the way across the top and the bottom of the page, and it worked fine because when I did it before, that's what happened. It got caught in the printer because I was impatient and didn't do it right. But if you tape all the way across the top and the bottom, it should go right on fine. Mine did perfectly fine. When the first time I did it and didn't tape it, it just chewed it all up. Okay, so I'm gonna take my craft stick. I cut the end off, and I'm going to just measure how wide my little piece of canvas is. And you could let this hang over, or you could let it cut it exactly the right size. And I am going to need 4 because I just realized I might need more than 4. Yep. So I'm going to cut. Thank you, Carol. Okay, So all I'm doing, and when you cut it, you got to remember to come back and stain the ends. Teresa, my brain is on all the time. So I'm cutting another one the same size, and I don't think that's long enough. And it's, you know what though? Okay, it's all right. So yeah, I have to, because it's wider than half of the popsicle stick or craft stick, I'm gonna have to use 2 sticks, or 4 sticks rather. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my sticks and I'm gonna stain the ends really quick, because they'll stick out like a sore thumb if you don't. Believe me, because on the lanterns I didn't do it, and I was like, what happened? Wait, I need one more. Y'all, how many sticks do I need? All right, so I'm just measuring. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this where I want it, okay? But I'm also going to cut my canvas. I left it long for a reason, because so I would know, you know, I would have enough and I could always cut it off. So I'm gonna take some jute, however long you want it. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna take a jute. I'm gonna take one end, I'm gonna lay it here. I'm gonna go ahead and just tack a little bit of hot glue there, and then I'll come over here and loop it around and make it as long as I think it needs to be. And then cut off a little more. And I'm just gonna tack that down. Whoop. Like this. I'm missing y'all's comments. No, Linda, it is the canvas I tore out of the frames when I made these lanterns right here using Dollar Tree canvases. Okay, so now I've got my little jute on like this, and you could put beads on this, which I have my little beads and stuff over here, but you could put beads, wood beads, whatever you want to. So now I'm just gonna take my little sticks, my little craft sticks that I cut, and I'm gonna put that on the top, and I'm gonna flip it over. This is just so it'll kind of look finished on the back. So if you see it on the tree and it's back, like that. All right, so there's the top, and glue strings everywhere. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the bottom, except I'm not gonna add the string. So I'm gonna go, let's see, let me put it where I want my bottom to be, and then I'm just gonna cut the canvas off. So this one we won't have to sandwich the string. We're just gonna put the glue across there, and it even covers up the part where my my tissue paper tore a little bit, but it was okay with me if it showed. This one is done. A sheet of, yeah, I need to snowman. I don't even know why that didn't occur to me. So this one is done. And I can see canvas on the side of right here. Now, if you do and you want to, you just come back in here with your scissors and cut away. And we'll just cut that off. Or either stain it brown when you can't see it. Look how cute this is. Cute and easy. And we recycled our canvas pieces. And you probably have tissue paper. You probably have craft sticks. If you made the lanterns, you probably have canvases that you tore off and don't know what to do with. And I know you have jute. And I'm going to give you the template. So there you go. Look how stinking cute. And now we're going to do this one. I'm not going to wax on top of it. Because, let's see how skinny, I can't use these. Oh, yes, I can. Because I want it to be colored. So I don't want to wax it. Thank y'all for the hearts. Okay. I can use these because it is skinny enough where I don't have to cut more so I can use up my scraps. So I'm just cutting off the rounded ends of my craft sticks, my tongue depressors. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with my baby wipe that's got the wax on it, or you can use paint. It would be the same thing. Just making sure those raw ends, you get a little bit on there where it doesn't look fresh cut. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, now, so then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna start at the bottom, and you can hang this one this way, or you could do it this way. It's your choice, I guess is a better word to say. So I'm just gonna cut me a little piece of jute. And I'll tell you what, let's do something different. Another to-do craft. and Debbie, when I was thinking of this, I said, oh my goodness, I hope somebody doesn't get upset because I'm doing Christmas, which I know a lot of people are doing Christmas. So, but I wasn't expecting to jump off on July 5th and do a Christmas craft, but I wanted to use these canvases. And I knew if I didn't catch some of y'all, you probably would be like, oh, I'm just gonna throw these away. And then you'd be like, I shouldn't have thrown them away. This little box, I think I showed y'all in the past. I got this on clearance at Hobby Lobby for $3.74 for this whole box of beads. Ta-da! So I'm gonna put a few on on this one. So let's put like 3 and 3. Pam, you could do it double-sided. That would be really cute too if you had it on a, oh, I'm gonna do sideways too, Rhonda. You read my mind, because we got the little Santa and the sleigh, and then the little postage, the North Pole postage. We're gonna do it sideways because it goes that way. But you could definitely do it sideways. So I'm gonna put 3 on one side and then put 3 on the other side. But this was on the bottom shelf in the bead section at Hobby Lobby. It was on the, like, it's been a few months ago, but it comes in this cool little box, and it was regularly $14.99, and it was on clearance. And I was like, that's going home with me. Okay, so I've got 3 and 3. So now I gotta come right here. So I'm putting my stick, I know y'all can't see it, you might can. The top of my tissue paper is right here, but y'all probably can't see it. I can. So I'm making sure that I'm overlapping that with this little stick so that you can't see the tissue paper. Tape, what kind of tape you use to the canvas and the tissue paper? I taped it to a piece of copy paper and ran it through my copier first. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my little stick. Well, let's put the hanger on first. Getting ahead of myself. It's not too early, but I really wanted to catch y'all before you threw them away if you did the lanterns, because you can get a lot of little ornaments out of these, especially if y'all do like craft fairs or any kind of like church bazaar kind of things. No, these aren't stamps. They are printed like in your copier, in your copy printer. Okay, so here's what it's gonna look like, the top. I could have spaced those out a little bit better, but let's see if it's too late. Nope, it's not too late. Get that over there. Hold on. We're going back to the drawing board. Hey, Tanya. Okay, so let's see, I'm putting it out as far as I can get it this time. I didn't let the glue set up, so I was just in time, because it kind of looked weird. So now, here we go. Can't you ever tell? Okay. The little prints came from, they're from me. I did them in a program that I use all the time. That looks better. Look how cute. And I'm going to put it in, it's a PDF file, and I'll put it in the group, in the Turquoise Valentine's Crafters Reveal group. And you can print them out as many times as you want to. But stamps would work too. Yes, Debbie, they sure would. All right, so I put on the back piece. And yes, you could definitely do something here. You could write the year. You could do whatever you wanted to. You could do it double-sided. Small embroidery. Yep, you could use the small embroidery hoops. You sure could. Okay, so I gotta cut it first. So I'll just make sure and cover up that bottom where the tissue paper ends. You probably can see that one. I see it there. But you can see it in person. Whoop, what am I doing? All right, now, I'm trying to get ahead of myself. All right, so we're just gonna glue your little, I call them tongue depressors. And I'll show y'all all the ones that are on here because some of y'all might not have seen it in the beginning. So there's my back one. So this gives it enough weight to where it's gonna hang. Minus the glue strings. But see, with that, just that little bit of color, it's fine. It's totally fine. And I can see that canvas, and I didn't slide it down far enough, but we'll fix it. Just turn it brown, and then you can't see it. Now, it's all fixed. We fixed it. Look how stinking cute this is. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so there's those two. So somebody said something about a sideways one. Let's do a sideways one. Yeah, when you go to the group to get in the group, please answer the questions to go in the group. I decoupaged, Robin, I printed out, I taped my tissue paper to copy paper, and the trick is to tape it all the way across the top and all the way across the bottom. And then I printed out these images that I'm gonna put in the group for you to run through your printer, print it on the tissue paper, and then we're using the canvases from the other night when I did the lanterns. And we, where? Oh, here we go. I'm like, where is my paper? Okay, so we're using the canvases we took off of those. All right, so here's the little postage mark, or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to do this one sideways. So this is probably the 4x6 canvas, or whatever size, the little canvas. And I'm just going to do it sideways. So I'm just going to cut my tissue paper out, and I'm going to do it, cut some of this off. But let's try something. Let's try something different this time. All right, so I'm going to kind of, it already has little creases and lines in it just from it being packaged, but I'm going to, let's help it out a little bit. Okay, so I made it a little wrinkly. Let's do it a lot wrinkly. I was scared. Now we're going to do it a lot wrinkly. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to Mod Podge it down here. And this is the back side of the canvas. That's the front. You could do either one. I just like this linen look on the back side. Where's my, oh, here we go. Mod Podge. So I'm just putting some Mod Podge. Ooh, my brush was getting stiff there, y'all. It's a little dry. It's getting a little dry. Ooh, that's a lot of Mod Podge. So I'm just painting it on. Just get you a good coat till it soaks the canvas. And then I'm gonna take my wrinkly up thing and I'm gonna put it, Connie, I'm sure it would work on duck cloth. I'm sure it would. I don't see why it wouldn't. Okay, so I'm putting this down, wrinkles and all. Trying to get all the air bubbles and stuff out. Okay, so it's all, you can see it's all still wrinkly looking. And see, I like the way it looks. And then I'm gonna go on top. Real careful, because you can do it with your fingers if you want to, because you can tear the tissue paper. Just be real careful. And get that down good. All right, now we're gonna dry it. But I think the wrinkles are gonna make that, the wax, when we wax it, it's gonna show all those little wrinkles. Oh, thank you, Becky. You would have never thought of this. I don't know where some of this stuff comes from. It's just all, I don't know. It lives up here and stuff bumps into each other up here and it becomes something. I don't know. But you know, I did the bee jar. If you did the bee jar, then you know that I used the tissue paper and I put the wax on it, and that was like a total experiment for me of what would this look like. And so this is kind of a take off of that, because I know it shows up all those wrinkles in the paper. Okay, so I'm just getting this good and dry. This one's really cool though. I like it because it's the postmark for the North Pole. Okay, so I got that dry. I'm sure on a piece of ice, I'm sorry. Let me get some wax. Oh, Kathy's gonna start hers tomorrow. So see, I told y'all I wasn't busting out the glitter and all that just yet. And I don't know that I am. I don't like to rush the seasons as it is, but this just kind of came on its own. All right, so there's my thing. Here's my wax on my baby wipe. And I'm just gonna wipe it on and get it good and coated with the wax. I'm gonna let that dry a second, and maybe not much of it'll come off. Let's see. Let's try it with the paper towel first, because I don't want too much of it to come off. But that's what it looks like. See all the wrinkles? It looks like old vintage leather. It looks really cool. So I'm just gonna kind of see what happens with the paper towel, because the baby wipe I know will take a lot of it off. I want to get right in there so I can see that postmark. Now I took a bunch off. Let's put some more on. The good thing about it is you can always put it back. Okay, so I took a little off, but doesn't that look like an old vintage letter that your grandmother had in the attic? It just looks like something that's, you know, old. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up here, and we can use this for another one. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut my sides. Let's see. And trying to cut straight, y'all. Oh, thank you, Addie. Yes, Becky, I do too. I mean, sometimes it's appropriate for the vintage look, and I just think this would look so cute on like a little Christmas tree, or, I mean, your big tree, or just a rustic tree, or a neutral tree. That's not straight, but so that's what I got. Yeah, or Terry, or you could, yes, you could hang them on Christmas gifts, and this is not costing you very much at all, especially if you use the canvases for the lanterns. I mean, you're getting a lot of bang for that $1.25, the 5-quarter store. Okay, so now here's my thing. Let's see. I'm gonna have to have 4 for this one because it's a little bit longer. Let's try something different with a stain. Let's don't do it exactly like this. Let me get these back out here. They're gonna get lost. What if we do it red, like a vintage red? Like this is cherry red. This is country red. So I think I'm gonna get my baby wipe. We're just gonna see what it's gonna look like, because I don't know. So I'm putting some red on my baby wipe, and we're just gonna see what this is gonna look like. And it's gonna look pink. That's what it's gonna look like. Why does it look pink? All right, just keep adding some red. I really don't even have to do both sides, right? I figured that part out. I don't know why I did both sides earlier, but I did. That's crazy. But we're going to tone this red down a little bit. It's too bright for what we're doing. Okay, so I only need, well, no, I need all that. I know you could get painter's drop cloth if you have that. If you have any of that cloth that I use a lot of that I got at Hobby Lobby, you could definitely use that. You could use anything you want to. So you could even make the back piece out of the craft sticks if you wanted to. So it would be totally fine if you did that. All right, so this is bright, bright red, cherry red. Let me go over this because it's drying and it's looking even lighter. But we're gonna wax over it and it's gonna give it a vintage look, and then you won't have to, we're not worried about it being pink. Yeah, you can add black to the red, yes. And I'm gonna antique it though, and that's gonna give it that, like we did the flag, you know how we put it over the red and it made it look darker? Yes, Tanya, I'm gonna go with the wax. Yeah, Bertha, they would be cute on a, if you did them on the Jenga blocks, like glue your Jenga blocks together and do this, same thing, it'd be adorable on a tiered tray. Okay, so let's get my wax back out. Brown wax the red. Yes, y'all are reading my mind. Okay, so there how bright it is. Better. Just kind of knocks that, you know, in your face red down a little bit. So it looks vintage and old and rustic. Muslin, yes, any kind of material like that. So just use what you have. But if you're gonna make the lanterns, you're gonna have canvas left over. Don't throw them away. So I didn't really have plans to do Christmas, but this is just kind of how it rolled tonight because I didn't want y'all to throw the canvases away. See how much better this looks? Let me get those just a little dry. Yay, Tanya, catching me live. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, there's a link to the group that Tammy just put up if you want to go to the group. And when I get done here in just a little bit, I will put those up in the group. So let's cut off the end. And I don't always cut it straight. And then let's just hit that with that stain. Okay, so I gotta measure the first time and hopefully it'll be right all the other times. Hold on. Okay. Yay! Okay. Y'all's wheels are just a-turning and y'all got all these ideas now about, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I just love it. I absolutely love it because y'all are gonna take this to the next level, and then you're gonna be posting them in the group, and I'm gonna be like, wow, wow, wow. But you could do this on a bigger scale if you wanted to. That tissue paper technique is just really cool, and it just looks old. Thank you, Maria. Y'all are so sweet. So I'm just cutting them, hoping that they're all that I cut straight and it's gonna be the right size. But if not, we'll fix it. So don't forget to do the ends because you don't want it to look like a sore thumb sticking out. So I'm not even gonna do them red. I'm just doing them with my leftover wax, or you can just use watered down paint. Same thing on a baby wipe. Okay. Now, where's my jute? Mary, I'm just making these little ornaments out of tissue. I printed on tissue paper, and this is the canvas that we used from these frames the other night. And the template is going to be, I'm going to put that in the Turquoise Valentine's Crafters Reveal group. So you can use it too and make you some. And I've got some glue right there I need to get off. But these would be really cute, like somebody said, as tags on your gifts. Then you could write on the back who the gift is for and all that good stuff and what year it was, and they can hang it on their tree next year. How cool would that be? I like stuff like that. Hey, Carol. All right, so I put my jute strings on there just with a little dot of glue. I mean, this is so easy, y'all. It's almost just, it's just too easy. And sometimes things don't have to be so complicated to where, you know, it's the simple things that just blow you away. And my little jute was too long, so I'm gonna cut that off. All right, so there's the top piece. I love the vintage red. Look at that. See, it says North Pole, December 25th. Gosh, glue strings, glue strings, glue strings. So let me put on my back piece. It's just so simple. Hey, Susan from North Dakota. All right, so let me put on the bottom piece. That one's not cut straight at all. I always want to cut. Do y'all cut these and they kind of go that way? That's what happens to me. See? If I'm not paying attention, I'll just cut it crooked every time. All right. And you could even take these little images and you could put them in the little bitty frames from the Dollar Tree, and that would look super cute too. I mean, there's so many things you can do to. I love making ornaments. That's probably my favorite thing, is because I can do anything, make anything into an ornament. Hey, Sandy. Okay, here we go. Here is the North Pole postage stamp mark. How stinking cute is that? That is so, so cute. Oh, Elizabeth, that would look cool. A picture of your grandbabies. That would be really cool. Hey, Carolyn from Alabama, welcome. I'm in Mississippi, so we're neighbors. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And anybody else that's new, welcome. Now I gotta let this dry. So I think I'm gonna, I have a bin. Y'all know I have a bin full of scrap fabric. Well, I also have a bin of pieces of greenery that are just random, like this. So I think I'm gonna take, let's see, just a piece of, let's do this. If I have like little bits and bobs of pieces of greenery, I just take them and throw them in a bin that I have. And I'll dig through that when I need little bitty pieces. Like this. Okay, try not to put my eyes out. So then when I need it, I just go digging through there and I have it. All right, so let's do this. Put a little detail on it. Yay, lots of newbies tonight. If you're new, welcome. I hope you tap my face and hit the follow button. Oh, Marcia is from Pennsylvania. Welcome, welcome. And Lisa's in Tennessee. She's not far from me. A stocking and a wreath on a snowman. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Just got in. Big hello from Pennsylvania. Hey, Lola from Pennsylvania. Okay, y'all, that just makes it right there. Just that little bitty piece of leftover greenery from Christmas. That is stinking cute. Look, it says North Pole, December 25th. Even has the zip code. 99705 is what the zip code is. How stinking cute. I mean, you could put jingle bells. You could hang jingle bells off of it. You could put jingle bells on the hanger, beads on the hanger. I mean, I could sit here all night and make 50 of these. And just all of them be totally different. Look how stinking cute. You could do your sticks, paint them silver, paint them gold. Just, there's so much stuff you can do. So the ones I have left that I haven't done are the Fa La La, and there's a snowflake. Diamond Dust the Snowflake. And there's Santa, and there's another Santa, and then that one says Joy to the World. Oh, thank you, Angie. Angie's in Tennessee as well. So, I want to do Santa. We need a Christmas gnome. Stacy's like, add a Christmas gnome to the list. Let's see. I want to try something with him, but I don't know how it's going to work. I kind of wanted to wipe red over the whole image, like I did with the wax, but I don't know how that would look. But we can see. But I could literally sit here and make these for hours and just have the best time. And they would just get fancier and fancier as I went. So there's the Santa. But you could totally print these out on paper. You don't have to do the tissue paper. I just thought it was a little extra added because of how it makes it look. If you like that vintage look, yes, teacher's gifts, hang them on your, yeah, something. I mean, you could do so much with this. See if I can use the rest of this piece. Move, okay. Yes, I can. All right, let's put old Santa down. My brush is probably, no, it's not stiff yet. So I'm using the other half of this. So all I've used is two of them, and I still have those two, and then there's 4 more big ones somewhere. Oh, hey, Suki, welcome. Glad you're on. You ready to do Christmas? I know, it's like a crafter's paradise at Christmas time. But I really wasn't planning on doing Christmas tonight. It just kind of happened this way because I made those lanterns with the canvases, and I took off the canvas off the frame. So I wanted to use the canvases for something, and this is just what happened. Put red on it and then add the Santa. I'm gonna try something. I think I'm gonna, okay. So here I just wadded him up, okay, because I want him wrinkly, because that's what's gonna make it look old. So he's all wrinkled up. I'm gonna hurry before my Mod Podge dries. Because y'all, that stuff dries fast. It doesn't dry fast when you don't want it to dry fast, but when you're not waiting, it just goes and dries. Okay. So let's get him down. Now I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and Mod Podge over the top of him. But yeah, you could paint this red. You could do whatever you wanted to do and just try it. I mean, it's just tissue paper. You just print it again. If it doesn't turn out like you want it to, you could print it 10 more times, you know? Okay, so I got that on there. Let's dry him. Yeah, the images are something I made, and I'm gonna put them in my group. Let's see. There's 2 Santas, Enjoy Your World, and somebody said they wanted a snowman. And then there's a snowflake, and fa la la. And there's a little bitty Santa and his little reindeer on the sleigh. And a tree. And the little holly, well, the little holly twig. How cute. That's my fave. I just like the way it looks. It looks like it came off an old letter. It really does. It looks like it's old. Okay, Laura, so you take your copy paper, and then you cut your tissue paper a little bit smaller than your paper, okay? Don't do it the exact same size. Cut it a little smaller. Like this one, see, here's the edge is like right there, okay? Don't worry about the long sides, but tape all the way across with Scotch tape. Tape your tissue paper to the actual piece of paper and do it on both ends. And then you've got to figure out if your printer wants it face down or face up, and then run it through the printer. And so when you tape this edge, the tissue paper is not going to get caught in your printer. And that's the problem I had when I first did it a few weeks ago. I tried it and it didn't work for me because it got all bunched up, and it didn't happen. Okay, so now let's take a little bit of red. I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. It's kind of pinky. That's okay. I'm gonna fix him. let's wipe some off. And it looks pink. Having a pink Santa Christmas. He's pink. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's do it in the middle. But you don't ever know till you try. Let me get some and make it look, I'm gonna make it look red. And wipe it off in the center. So I just left it in the around, and I'm gonna wax that. They're gonna be in the group. I haven't put them on there yet, but when I get off from my live, I'll put it in there. But somebody, they said they wanted a snowman, so I'll have to add a snowman. Okay, so let's get some wax. Whoops. So, and wipe it on there. Yeah, I have to put it in the group because it won't let me put files here on the main page. So now I'm just gonna wipe the wax on top of that so it won't look pink anymore. We're just experimenting now because I don't have a clue what this is gonna look like. But we're just gonna try it. So that way, if it's a fail, then y'all know not to do it. Right? The Mod Podge is why it came off of Santa so well, because I Mod Podged on top of him so it seals him, and then so it just wipes right off, and you can wipe off as much or as little as you want. So where's get my wax rag back. I took off too much, so I'm just gonna put some back on so it doesn't look pink. Okay, so there's that. He looks all vintage. How cool is that? So cool. So you can just experiment and play with it and see what kind of colors you get and just play, have fun. Okay, so let's see. So now, let me move that wax. I'm scared to death I'm gonna spill that humongous thing of wax and it's gonna be everywhere. Okay, a pigeon and a deer. Hey, Kathy. Look, that something happened to that one. He went through the machine the wrong way or something. All right. Lola, I printed on tissue paper like this in my printer, and then I'm putting this on the leftover canvases that I took off the frames when we did the lanterns the other night. So we're not wasting anything. We are, we're saving it. I still have enough wax left on here to just keep on going. Well, you can make a lot of these between now and Christmas if you really got after it, y'all. You can make a bunch. Yeah, I just took off the canvas material off the Dollar Tree canvases, and I made those lanterns right behind me. And so that I didn't really want to do a Christmas craft this early in July, but I didn't want everybody to throw them away if they tried the lanterns. So I just went ahead and did it tonight. So you won't throw them away and you'll use them for something else. All right, so I'll just use what wax I had. And let's cut this off. I mean, y'all, these are so simple, it's not even funny. Hey, Diane. Somebody saying, hey, Diane. Okay. Let's see. So, about right there. Y'all like my calculating of where I was supposed to cut it. Yeah, I'm making little ornaments with the leftover canvas from the Dollar Tree frames from those lanterns. So if you're just hopping on, keeping it out of the landfill, that's right. Because I mean, there's something I can do with that. Because it's like fabric. Could you use it off-white? Yes, you could definitely use off-white tissue paper. I don't see why you couldn't use any color you wanted, actually. And y'all know it comes in all kinds of colors. All kinds. All right, so let me hit this one a little bit better. And then I gotta do my ends. You gotta do the ends when you cut them so they won't stick out like a sore thumb. It looks all finished. I got a little pointy edge right there. Okay. And cut my jute. Just a little piece. Okay. That's how you do it too. I saw somebody say, that's how I do it too. Me too. All right. There's nothing mathematical here. Okay. I kind of eyeball most everything. And this right here, I'm going to cut my sides. I didn't do that earlier. Cut my sides. Might as well go ahead and cut the bottom. And my sticks are too little. My sticks are too big, y'all. Now. Alright, so right about there. My sticks are too big because I forgot to cut the sides. I knew I forgot something. Now. Yep, you could use napkins. You sure could. The napkins do good because they just kind of dissolve into the canvas. But I wanted to try this tissue paper method, the printing on the tissue paper. I wanted to master that, so I did, because I was in too much of a hurry. Oh, Kathy, that's a super great idea. Kathy said to do a picture of a child and have them write like a message on the back to somebody. That would be so, so cool. And something people can keep for a lifetime. Put my little glue down here. Yeah, your stick can overhang, but it just, I don't know, I didn't like the way it looked on this one because I had planned on it being even. Oh, thank y'all. I thought I saw something, but y'all took care of it, didn't you? So let me get this. Cute Santa. And you could do these red, however you want to do them. I just did them brown. Let's do the other side. You could do beads and all kinds of, y'all know how it is at Christmas. Just get all your stuff out on the table and sit down and just make a whole bunch. Like have like a little slumber party, Christmas in July slumber party, and do all this. And you'll be ready for Christmas. Wouldn't that be fun? Let's have a slumber party. Y'all want to? Whose house we going to? Whose house is having it? Who's going to host it? We could make ornaments. Because I could make ornaments all night. With anything. How cute. It looks pink on the camera. It is a little pink, but not as bad as it was. But how stinking cute is Santa? Christmas tissue paper. You could try it. I mean, it's worth a try if you just tried it, and if you did, just, throw it away. But, oh, my little thing, why is it coming off? I didn't put enough glue. Maybe I didn't hold it down. Back of the napkins that you're gonna Mod Podge with. I missed what she was asking. I'm sorry. Maybe somebody will answer it because I don't know. Ta-da! And then, but I mean, y'all, I could do this all night. I'm telling you. So cute. And how much did this cost? Like, we made those with the canvases, so I mean, I think we got our $1.25 out of that, right? $1.25, $1.25, $1.25, $1.25. Then we used what we tore off to make these, and I still have some left. I mean, how stinking adorable is this? But you could fill up a whole tree. Teachers' gifts or whatever. Like somebody said, put kids' pictures, Print them on the printer, put them on there like that. Make them look old and vintage. That would look so cool. Picture on the canvas. Marcia, I took the tissue paper after I printed on it, and I just cut the square out, and then I Mod Podged it directly onto the piece of canvas. I just put Mod Podge on it, put my image, face up like normal, and then put Mod Podge on the top and dried it and wax it, paint, whatever you want to do. Look how adorable. And some bells. See, Cheryl's on the ball. Look, what else have I got over here? I've got, these are snowflakes. Let's see. They're little buttons that Hobby Lobby has that are, I can get a hold of one, that are snowflakes. Y'all know that little section they have. I mean, y'all, look. Let me just stick it right there in that greenery. But see, you could put so much stuff. You could just keep on and on and on adding bells, berries, wood beads. I mean, it's just so cute. Yeah. Oh, and Brianna said stamp ho ho ho. You could do that with your rubber stamps. You could put ho ho ho. I mean, there's so much you can do, and it's so cute. Everybody wants your projects, but nobody wants to help or chip. I understand. Everybody's like, make me some, make me some. But y'all, this is so inexpensive. But I mean, we used something that we were going to throw away after we did these. Oh, and look what happened. My little tag's gonna come off. I'll just fix it right now. We'll fix it. I guess he didn't have enough glue either. So I can't wait to see what y'all do, because I know that y'all are gonna take these to the next level. So cute. I'm holding it so I can do my picture for my thumbnail. When I put the thing of it, can lanterns go outside? You can try it outside. Just depends on where you live and how hot it is and if they're in the sun. But I wouldn't put them in the sun for sure. Y'all, my fingers look terrible. There's that brown, but look how stinking cute. I cannot wait. But try adding the color. I mean, you see what just a little bit I did, and that just gives it that little pop if you want to use color and you don't want to use the neutrals. I like both, and so I had to do a little bit of both. Yes, you could Google images and get one small enough, and you could do this. But like I said, I'm going to put this in the group, so you'll be able to go to the group and print off yours and what you want. Well, it's 2 pages, but I'm going to go find a snowman, and I'm going to add a snowman to it. Oh, hey, Lisa, it's okay. You made it. But this is what we made out of the canvases from the lanterns. The canvases we tore off, that's what we made. How stinking cute. Your granddaughter will love this. Well, I'm so glad. That just makes my heart, does my heart good when I see people that they did it in Sunday school, or their granddaughters or their grandkids did this. It makes me want to just tear up. Because I'm like, oh gosh. Yes, Linda, but I wanted to catch y'all before you threw your canvases away. So that's the only reason I do Christmas. Oh, pair of ice skates. Look at Judy. The list is getting long. Yeah, glue some red berries. I mean, y'all, you could glue little red rhinestones where the little ornaments are on the tree. Y'all, there's so much you could do. So much. Hey, Nancy. Susan's like, I need some berries. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank y'all for the hearts. Y'all are so sweet. I'm definitely going to put a snowman, because this page has still got a couple of slots where I could put a few more. So I'll probably put, yeah, Lisa, better late than never. It's okay. Rudolph. Oh, Kathy, you can, maybe you have a friend that has a printer, or maybe a neighbor has one. You could just say, I just want to print 2 things. The color, this, I just did it with a little bit of acrylic paint and some water. You could use watercolors. before I Mod Podged over the top. I just added a little green and the red for the berries. That's right, Judy. You don't throw anything away. And Colin tells me I'm a hoarder, but I'm really not. It's organized. He just has to tease me about it because I don't throw stuff away. I throw stuff away, but I keep stuff if I think that I can use this. Like this is fabric, y'all. This is fabric. And I put them in a little bin when I don't use the canvas. Now, I have thrown them away just because I just don't want to fool with it. I just threw it in the garbage. But, I mean, I still have, you know, like I said, I can sit here and make 10 more ornaments. And I didn't have to go buy anything because I had the sticks, I had the canvas, tissue paper, printer, jute. Oh, Lisa, you're sweet. Marcia, you might can copy a wallet size picture. Marcia, because the reason I didn't use stamps is because I don't have these stamps. I don't have a Christmas tree stamp or a Santa stamp or the postage mark that like that. That's why, because I didn't have to go out and buy all these rubber stamps. It looks like they were rubber stamped, but they weren't. Yep, Judy, I mean, you don't throw them away because you can use it. This is fabric. It's canvas. Exactly, Jean. You throw it away and you're like, dang it, I needed that. Why did I throw that away? Oh, Rhonda, Mr. Pillow's calling you. You're so funny. Use coloring book pages. Yep. That's a good idea. Thank you, Janice. Yeah, just find a library or a friend or a neighbor, or maybe if your daughter or somebody's work, you can do it at their work or something like that. Cute Christmas banner. Like, oh, we might have to do one of those and make like a to hang and do like little Christmas images. Oh, I might have to work on that. Thank you, Kathy. You're so sweet. You live away from anyone, Kathy. I'm so sorry. Napkin backs from used napkins. That would be cool. You could print on that. That is so cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hop off. And I hope you enjoyed watching my cute little ornaments out of recycled canvas. Manger scene, Pat said. Whoever didn't have the printer. Oh, Maria, you're so sweet. No, actually, they're not stamps. They are actually, I printed them in my printer on tissue paper, and we Mod Podged them onto leftover canvases from this craft with canvas frames. So we're using stuff that we would normally throw away. A nativity scene, yes, and a banner. Yes, Terry, I'm going to have to work on a banner for when Christmas actually comes, we can do a banner. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Selena, they're going to be for you to be able to print in my group, because I can't put them here on the page. They won't let me put files on my page. So you have to go in the group. It's the Turquoise Valentine's Crafters Reveal group. And I'm going to go add a couple of images to that last page, to this one. A snowman and a manger scene, something. It'll take me a few minutes, but I'll upload it into the group for you to print, and then you can make your own little ornaments. So, to your 10 additional... Vicky, you want to see me make them all? Yeah, so much. It's so much cheaper, right? I can't read what else says instead, but yes, it is. I mean... How cute. People would never know that you made this from, yeah, from a leftover something from the Dollar Tree. I mean, you just have to be creative. Pauline, you tape it to a piece of regular paper. Like, this is my copy paper. Here's my copy paper. And then here is the tissue paper. And I cut it a little smaller, okay? And you tape it all the way across the top and all the way across the bottom, or vice versa. And then you're going to have to figure out how to put it in your printer, whether you face up or face down. And as long as it's taped all the way, it's not going to get hung in your printer, okay? But then you just take it off the paper, you cut it off, and you have it on the tissue paper. I've seen other people do it, other crafters print on tissue paper, and I was like, I tried it once and I was in a hurry and I didn't tape it all the way across, and it got hung up in my printer, and I was like, okay, I have to master that another day. Hey Tammy, thank you. It's from Beware Sportswear. There's the group if you want to click that link that Tammy just put, and it'll take you to my community group. It's free, and I'm gonna drop that template in there for y'all to make your own. And I can't wait to see what y'all make, how awesome y'all's are gonna look, because I know they're gonna be awesome. So yeah, it's not hard to print on tissue paper. Just be sure and tape it all the way across so that tissue paper can't catch on the roller. A candle, I'm gonna have 2 or 3 pages, or it is 2 now, I'm gonna have 3 or 4 pages. But you can print them out on paper too, and then you can do what you want to them. Yes, pennies on the dollar. I mean, literally, because this was what the main craft was. The canvas was just the remnants of what was left, and we made something out of it. So yeah, this was just pennies on the dollar. Seriously, a candle, okay. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna hop off, go add those images, and then I'm gonna put it into the group. I thank you for being here and watching and hanging out, and these turned out so much better than I thought. But yeah, now I want to make a bunch. Be all ready for Christmas. I'll have another tree to have to put up to put all these on it. So cute. All right, guys, I love y'all. Thank y'all for being here and helping me and watching and dealing with all the craziness. And I will see y'all Thursday, and we'll see what we can come up then. Oh, welcome, Vicky. Thanks, y'all. Love y'all. Be safe. See you later. Bye.